It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing is the wrong thing. And the worst thing you can do is nothing. For and away the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. Courage is not having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have the strength. Speak softly and carry a big stick. You will go far. The only man who never makes mistakes is the man who never does anything. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena. To educate a person in the mind, but not in morals, is to educate a menace to society. Great thoughts speak only to the thoughtful mind, but great actions speak to all mankind. The most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people. People ask the difference between a leader and a boss. The leader leads, and the boss drives. When you're at the end of your rope, tie a knot and hold on. Old age is like everything else. To make a success of it, you've got to start young. The best executive is the one who has sense enough to pick good men to do what he wants done, and self-restraint to keep from meddling with them while they do it. No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. The greatest gift life has to offer is the opportunity to work hard at work worth doing. Character, in the long run, is the decisive factor in the life of an individual and of nations alike. Do what you can to show you care about other people, and you will make our world a better place. It is only through labor and painful effort, by grim energy and resolute courage, that we move on to better things. A thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. The joy in life is his who has the heart to demand it. 9/10 of wisdom is being wise in time. Nothing in the world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, difficulty. 9/10 of wisdom is being wise in time. I am a part of everything that I have read. The only man who never makes a mistake is the man who never does anything. A vote is like a rifle. Its usefulness depends upon the character of the user. No man is above the law, and no man is below it. Nor do we ask any man's permission when we ask him to obey it. Let us rather run the risk of wearing out than rusting out. Big jobs usually go to the men who prove their ability to outgrow small ones. To sit home, read one's favorite paper, and scoff at the misdeeds of the men who do things is easy, but it is markedly ineffective. When we admit that a wrong has been done, we must shut the door against repeating it. There has never yet been a man in our history who led a life of ease whose name is worth remembering. It is better to be faithful than famous. To announce that there must be no criticism of the president, or that we are to stand by the president, right or wrong, is not only unpatriotic and servile, but is morally treasonable to the American public. I care not what others think of what I do, but I care very much about what I think of what I do. That is character. I care not what others think of what I do, but I care very much about what I think of what I do. That is character. Patriotism means to stand by the country. It does not mean to stand by the president or any other public official. The most practical kind of politics is the politics of decency. When you play, play hard. When you work, don't play at all. The worst of all fears is the fear of living. I am only an average man, but by George, I work harder at it than the average man. There are two things that I want you to make up your mind to. First, that you're going to have a good time as long as you live. Second, that you're going to do something worthwhile, that you're going to work hard and do the things you set out to do. No man should receive $1 unless that dollar has been fairly earned. Don't hit at all if it is honorably possible to avoid hitting, but never hit soft. The government is us, we are the government, you and I. If you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit for a month. To educate a man in mind and not in morals, to educate a menace to society. A man who is good enough to shed his blood for his country is good enough to be given a square deal afterwards. No man is worth his salt who is not ready at all times to risk his well-being, to risk his body, to risk his life in a great cause. I don't pity any man who does hard work worth doing. I admire him. I pity the creature who does not work, at whichever end of the social scale he may regard himself as being. The joy in life is his who has the heart to demand it. We must dare to be great, and we must realize that greatness is the fruit of toil and sacrifice and high courage. Life is a great adventure, accepted in such a spirit. I wish to preach not the doctrine of ignoble ease, but the doctrine of the strenuous life. There is no man so lowly that he does not deserve a place in the sun. The best man does not always win, but the best man always tries to win. If you are afraid of the risks, you will not achieve the greatness that you desire. One of the things I learned when I was negotiating was that until I changed myself, I could not change others. No great work is done without mistakes. There can be no real progress unless all are willing to accept their share of the burden. It is not enough to be busy, so are the ants. The question is, what are we busy about? A great man is a great man, but a great man is also a great servant. A man is known by the company he keeps. A man is known by the company he keeps. I am not a man of many words, but I am a man of action. There can be no effective government without the aid of public opinion. The first requisite of a good citizen in this republic of ours is that he shall be able and willing to pull his weight. We must either wear out or bust out. Every one of us, my choice is to wear out.